Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory. Bad enough to get a C, they'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13. Working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
Surprise! What's up, everyone? I forgot to add myself to the stream. So it is great to see you all. Welcome to another weekend update. Y'all, we have made it. It's 16 December right now. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. Hopefully you guys are able to enjoy it and you're having a great time, because that's what it's all about, right? We need to give a shout out. Well, this is really cool. This means a lot. Let's get rid of this really quick. And actually, let's change this theme up. I don't know if I'm digging this. There we go. Let's keep it with red today. We have some new family members, some new members in the Dying Breed, and I am super excited to welcome them, and I hope you guys will welcome them as well, because let's start at the very top and let's work our way down. We've got Warrior Bernard, Fighters Maxwell Foster and Q, Soldier Boslow, and our newest member, Soldier Wolfie, also known as Little Panda. Thank you for joining the Dying Breed and being a part of this family. And then, of course, our defenders, LG, and our newest defender, Mr. Jodan, which I've mentioned Jodan before. I don't know if you guys realize it or remember, but he is our voice actor, our narrator, who is going to be doing Call Sign Bloodbath and the following series. So what I think is really interesting and also really fun is the fact that these individuals right here, our very first line of defense for the Dying Breed, they're both voice actors. They're both narrators of books. So obviously our first line of defense are these glorious vocal cords to warn off of like, yo, don't come mess with the dying breed because you're going to get the business. So thank you so much, you guys, all of my supporters in the Patreon who we just listed. You guys mean so much to me. And there's also something really special about all of you guys who have supported me on Patreon that we'll get to here in just a second. But of course, let's go ahead and jump into the chat because I see that we already have some people tuning in. Well, we have Wolfie. Hail TJ from Lil Panda Aiden. Oh, hail to you, Lil Panda. Thank you for being here and hanging out. I appreciate that. And of course, we've got the ever Q. What's up, brother? Miss you. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. And of course, Wolfie's giving you a shout out. Little Panda Aiden is giving you a shout out. John A. Douglas, rated M for military man-child. That's right, dude. I don't know if you've seen those streams with me, but yeah, we have the overlay where sometimes, you know, hey, this is just us. This is who we are. But every once in a while, you need to go rated M. And it's rated M for military man-child because you don't know where we may end up in this whole, rant or rave or whatever we're going to talk about. So that's where I say, look, all of our shows are pretty much rated M for military man-child. It just is what it is. Okay. So yeah, welcome to the new Dying Breed Patreon members. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and just talk about why your guys' Patreon support has meant so much to me. So not only have you guys like, oh, we've got Kyle Wilkinson. What's up, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Not only have you guys really helped support, continue to promote the books, the stories, the content that I've been making here, the t-shirts, you know, the artwork, everything you guys have continued to support. But your financial contributions, which still blow me away every day with how generous you guys have been, we have now gotten to the point that you, the Patreon members, have literally paid for the editing services in Call Sign Bloodbath. It's taken us, about 4 or 5 months of saving up all that money, but literally we have a new editor coming on board to work on the Bloodbath series, who actually also helped John Douglas with his book. And your guys' financial contributions have literally paid for that book to be edited. So that is what means a lot to me is, making a transition of life, going into a new career because of the financial constraints of things. That support has meant a lot. And so every single person from a defender all the way to the warrior, you guys have all contributed. So this is really a community book to you guys. Hopefully you enjoy the story. Hopefully you can really, just love the universe that's built. And so we'll transition into that in a second, but I see we have some comments. So let's go to those comments. In the alley behind the dumpster. Yes, always Q. Warrior Bernard also says, hail from work. Oh, what's up? Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yes, Daniel Riley is actually going to be the editor for Call Sign Bloodbath, Enmity, and Slaughterhouse. And actually, you guys, I'm thinking of changing book one's title to just Bloodbath. I don't know. I love Call Sign Bloodbath. I know I've been using it for like a year now, almost. Actually, about 8 months. But I just think if it's Bloodbath, Enmity, and Slaughterhouse, just one word, I think that might be better for the title. But yeah, Daniel's coming on board. He's already slotted us for January, February, and March. So for 3 full months, we are going to be doing edits with him on book 1, 2, and 3. And then as soon as those are done, those books are going to Mr. Joe Dan so that we can get those books audio recorded. And I'm super stoked because as you guys know, as the Patreon members know, you have just gotten early access to Joe Dan's short story, Recover the Jackpot, the audio book. And I think he just nailed it. It's incredible. The voices. And here's the thing you guys need to know. Joe Dan literally had made so many different versions of that book. He worked on it relentlessly because, this was his first real book project. And so he continued to just develop it. He continued to just, he would send me audio clips of like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? How's this tone? How's this pace? And so it was really fun to get to work with him. And, he sent me that cold read of Call Sign Bloodbath, months ago. And as soon as I heard that, I was like, yep, you are the guy. You know exactly what we're trying to accomplish with this book and the intensity level. So that's where he is the voice actor. So as soon as those books are done and edited, he is going to be getting them right away to start recording so that we can have a massive release. And of course, all the Patreon members are going to get those books physically and the audiobooks. And you know what? Even if the Patreon members want ebooks, I will send you guys the ebook files. That's totally fine. But you guys will have all of those available to you as well, because your guys' support is what helped get us to this point. So yeah. And Lil Panda Aiden, love it. Yeah, that I think you did listen to the book as well. It's incredible. It's just such a great job. Daniel's a pro, and I'm happy with the job he did. Yeah, well, that's why we had that conversation, a couple months back, is I wanted to get your feedback and your input. And it's one of those things where sometimes you want to have multiple people in your wheelhouse to turn to utilize on your project, to be a part of your team. And just from a financial standpoint and current, things, I was like, you know what, let's use Daniel. If he's willing and available to help out, then, let's go for it. So there's that. Jodan, yeah, dude, I'm telling you. So the thing is, the Patreon members, you guys got that early access to the audiobook, which it's about 38 minutes long. So it's not a huge commitment, but it is a fun story. I feel like I think it's really great, and kind of diving in a little bit to the Scalpel universe, giving people a little bit of if they're not used to lit RPG, it's a very light lit RPG, even for being a first person shooter. So I think it's something that people can really enjoy and latch onto. And that was the great thing, is we are actually going to be launching that live on December 22nd, because the thing that is really passionate with me is I wanted this to be a book where veterans could really relate to it. Military members could really relate to it. Military members could really get into lit RPG and fantasy and fiction. And especially, for me, I've worked those shifts and those postings during the holidays, and it can be quite lonely. It can be quite, boring. And so for a lot of guys, I know that they would just sit on their phones and watch Hulu or Netflix, whatever, YouTube. So that's where I was like, if we can launch this and have it out on December 22nd, then those who are working that Christmas posting will have for that whole weekend or whatever, hopefully they can tune in, watch it on YouTube or listen to it on YouTube and enjoy the story, and, hopefully get drawn into the book series. Yeah. Because that's where, you have me as an Air Force veteran who wrote it. You have Jodan, who's a Navy corpsman veteran. So, written by a veteran with one brain cell, narrated with a veteran with one leg. Like, how is that not a win? So, yeah. Oh, America. Exactly, Q. Exactly. So those are those updates. So Patreon members, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you to Warrior Bernard for all of your feedback. Like, that is really clutch. We really appreciate it. Nothing like Red Bull and tornadoes to keep you warm. 100%, dude. It's the love of my country that keeps me warm. Hail to the yeah. So for those of you in the Patreon, in the Dying Breed community who have already listened to the book, definitely give us your thoughts. Let us know. And we're going to need your support. So when we go live and when we go public on December 22nd on Friday, definitely make sure that you guys start passing that link out, sharing it, and letting people know that they can come check out a free audiobook. So, all right, there's that. All right, let's get to some writing updates, you guys. It was a great week. It was a really good week for writing. Let's just be real about it. So, and let me do my quick numbers here, because I'll put it into some context. Copy, paste. Okay. So, as you guys know, I am huge on the routine. We've talked about it before. We've talked about the benefits of having a routine and everything. So the routine, if you guys remember from last week, the routine is to wake up at 3:30 in the morning and then start writing, then go to work, then do the workout. So this week, I was able to hit 15,559 words for the week. And what's great about that is, actually, wait a minute. I might be off on my numbers here. I think I am off. Let's take that number off. Okay. I think now that I look at it, I think I might only have hit 12,836. Either way, let's just go on the positive side. Either way, it was a great week. So if you guys remember, if you can hit that goal of 2,500 words a day for 5 days a week, you will hit 12,500 words in a week. So what that means is we've hit the goal for the week, and I feel really good about it. So that brings the overall total for book 3 to 36,118. Now, to give you guys some other perspective on what exactly that looks like on a average book, that would be about 144 pages that we have already accomplished in writing book 3. And so that's where I am super stoked about that. It's a little bit different because these books are going to be a 6x9, and the traditional book range that we use those number calculations is for a 5x8. So there's a little bit of a variation, but it's simply the fact that we are right now halfway through this month and we've already hit 20,000 words. Like, that is the goal, is can you hit 40,000 words in a month? Because in 2.5 to 3 months, if you can maintain that, you have written a book. You'll have written a good size book, like a 400-page book. And so that is where the routine comes into place, and sticking to it. So I am super stoked at the fact how did that get on my screen? I've got some weird gooey stuff on my screen. Anyways, sorry for the distraction. So 36,000 words this year from November. So I'm also tracking November to November. So for the year of 2024, I will be writing from November 1st of 2023 to November or December 1st of 2024. Okay. So for the year, we're at 36,000. This book is at 36,000. And that brings the grand total of my writing career to about 717,000 words. So by the end of 2024, I should hit my million mark, which is just, it's exciting to look at that. And it's exciting to see that goal. Like, that was a goal of mine, was to hit 1 million words in writing. And I'm super excited about that. So let's talk about book 3. Let's talk about Slaughterhouse a little bit. I'm really excited with where the book is going. There's some books, when they talk about developing your story, they talk about spinning plates. Like, I'm going to start spinning this plate over here of, like, let's say I'm talking about a dragon, but then let's say over here, I'm going to start spinning a plate of, let's talk about the mythical sword of ice and frost. And then I'm going to spin this plate over here of another side character who there seems to be a romance subplot. So when you start spinning these plates, when are you going to stop spinning the plate? Or when are you going to, close the loop on those things? However you want to phrase it. And so there's been some things that I started to build on. And obviously you start adding things of book 1 that bring you inspiration, and you're going to carry it on, but you never really answer some of those questions. And then in book 2, you start bringing in other characters that help give you dynamic or give you this new sense of whatever. And so in book 3, I feel like I've done really well at figuring out how some of these pieces are all going to connect together. For those of you who have read book 3 of The Dying Breed, Drebin has been one of our favorite characters. Drebin is also mentioned and is a character in book 2 of Bloodbath series. And so figuring out how Drebin came to be in the Scalpel universe and connecting that dot within book 3, I've really thought I just love it. I think it's awesome. And I think it's going to be a really fun ending at the very end of the story of how this all plays together. So with that being said, I've really been enjoying this week of writing. I feel like the level of immersion has been great in this new character dynamic with Titan, and how Titan is going to play into a part of the book at the very end. I feel that Drebin's character is good. I feel that the action and the intensity are a lot more better paced. Where in book 1, you had a lot of world building and a lot of character development. Book 2, you just had basically a lot of info dump at the front, very military briefing based. but then you had just nothing but action and intensity and this odd character, Drebin's character, where you're not really sure what's going on. And then in book 3, I feel like there's so much better of character depth, growth, emotion, but momentum to where you keep going. We just finished an action scene earlier. I'm kind of dealing with the after effects of that, the playfulness between Titan and Trevor and all that. And so we're just about to get started. So with 36,000 words into this new story, we're just about to start launching into the main depth of the book and what we're going to be trying to achieve with it all. So with that being said, I feel really positive. I feel really good about where the book is going, the pacing of it all, the rhythm of it all. And I'm excited. I think it's going to be good. And as you guys remember from last week, our friend Michael Head, who's a very successful author, great friend, great Army veteran, came in and was talking about that, where the third book is really that just main area that you feel like it all comes together. And I've got to say, it's naturally feeling that way. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be great for you guys. So with that being said, there's that. That is the updates on book 3, Slaughterhouse. I think you can expect Saturday. We're probably going to do Saturday the 23rd, just because, Christmas Eve is such a busy day for people. So more than likely, I'm going to see if Jodan is going to come on and do a Saturday the 23rd interview with us, and we'll talk about Recover the Jackpot, his short story, talk about what he is projecting for the rest of the book series when he goes to record, because hopefully he will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 months to record all of these books. So that's exciting. Okay, and then also, so we've got the Dying Breed Hunters book 1 out on audiobook, and I'm really blessed. Hopefully you guys tuned into Tom Cox's interview. If you didn't, please go back and watch that. And you can also reach out to Tom, ask him questions. If you want to know more about audiobook narration, voice acting, and the way he does things, reach out to him. He would probably love to connect with you guys and just answer any more questions you have in regards to that process. He is working on book 2 already, as you guys know from the interview. So that's super exciting. I'm just ready for that for sure. Book 3 is slated to be done with typesetting around the second week of February. So obviously, as soon as book 3 comes in, Tom is going to be getting it to start working on the audiobook for you guys. And I think that's the best one ever out of that series. But what I was going to lead into that and say was I can even refresh it right now and check it. Our audiobook sales of book 100 has been at 22 units sold. And that was more than I ever expected. So thank you so much to everyone who has purchased the book. And then also we had our 12th review on Amazon. Let me double check here really quick. Yeah, we got our 12th review of the Dying Breed Hunters on Amazon. It was a 5-star review, and it was posted by Blue. A great fantasy adventure. I love the author. I love that the author followed his passion and published a story that he loved. I'm jealous. I'm a big fan of fantasy adventure, and this was a fun read with memorable characters. So, Blue, whoever you are out there in the universe, out there in the cosmos, thank you so much for your review, your rating. As you know, or hopefully like every single rating and review means so much to an author, and it helps us out so much in the Amazon world, because that is where so many sales are made and the algorithms. So when I woke up yesterday and saw that review was posted, like that just brightened up my week, brightened up my morning. So thank you so much to Blue for giving us that review, because that means a lot. Getting to that number 10 ratings and reviews mark is a huge thing. So every rating and review just means so much to me. So there's that. Okay, what else do we got for updates? That is it. Well, we've got the Mary Golgothmas shirts out for you guys. If you guys want some Christmas swag, you guys can pick those up. My shirts are still on the way. So hopefully, I think my shirts will get here before the big Christmas day, Golgothmas day. That'll be really fun. I'm excited. And I also did make more of like a performance t-shirt edition of it, because one of the feedbacks that we got on our traditional shirts was that they're a little bit too heavy for people who want to wear the shirts while they work out in the gym. So that's where I wanted to try out this material, this type of shirt, and see if it's a more comfortable fit, a more light material, and would be good for that. Because if that's the case, then obviously we'll just make the rest of the shirts in that same type of performance material and have it available for you guys. So okay, what else? So that's that. Let's get into my thoughts for the week. And this thought was literally one from myself, from my very own process. And I was walking out of work when this thought came to me. And it really sums up a lot of authors, content creators, artists of any type. And it was never be satisfied. Never be satisfied. Now, what does that mean, though? And it was the fact that when you have satisfied as an adjective, it's associated with content or being content. You know, they had a satisfied look. Well, you know, when you look at content as an adjective, it's defined as being satisfied with what one is or has, not wanting more or anything else. So when I've thought about that and I've reflected upon that, it was, you know, I'm content with what I have achieved. I am content with what I have obtained. I am content with what I have accomplished. And I am grateful for the blessings I've been giving, whether it's health, career, family, or whatnot. And though I may have written one book, I am not satisfied, because I know that I can write a better book. And now, after having accomplished that first book, I now want to write a better book. I want to write a better story. So though I am proud of my accomplishment that I achieved, I am not satisfied, and will continue to try and make the next book better than the one before it. And so I think that is the attitude, the mindset that will really help you in a long term if you want to start writing, is never be satisfied. Because for those of us who are writing, we know there's pacing and flow, rhythm, your level of immersion in character thought, character emotion, character dialogue, description, scene setting, action, intensity, drama, conflict within the characters, conflict within nature, conflict within the world, political, romantic, all of these different skills or these different levels within a story that you can layer. Never be satisfied. Always try to think of, I just finished this story, but I know I can do better. I'm going to try to be better. I'm not satisfied. And just keep going. And I've talked about this before. You know, I think, as you guys know, I try to be open and honest about everything. But there's times where I just don't even like reading, you know, like the Dying Breed Hunters, because I feel and I can see my skill level, which is so much better today. And so that's where, even though there are certain things I am proud of writing within the Dying Breed Hunters, it's one of those things where it's almost like hard to read yourself, even though you wrote it, because you're like, man, I now feel like I could do so much better. So never be satisfied. Don't stop in the process. Write that first book, pour it, you know, that your first book, though, you're going to have this love and affection for, because it was the story that motivated you to write and start writing. But don't be satisfied, and keep pushing yourself to write another book or the next book to get better, progress in those skills. I think for myself and many other authors out there, we've all said there's no such thing as a perfect book, but you can continually push yourself to try to write the next best book or better book, if that makes sense. So those are my thoughts for the week, you guys. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the chat. This is also a time for you guys to hang out and talk with me. So, so those are the thoughts. What am I looking forward to for next week? This next week. Well, I started to think last night. I went out, kind of had dinner at a restaurant and just spent some time. It was like a sports bar area, but I just spent some time really thinking about the next week, what I need to do in the story for Slaughterhouse. And I'm really excited with, there's going to be a new piece of technology that's coming into play. And then so I was writing out like, how exactly does that piece of technology work? How does it interact with our main character? From there, I also was starting to write down one of the action sequences and what's going to happen with how all of that stuff plays out, right? So yeah, so this next week, starting Monday, going to be hitting it again. And what's great is we're going to have 5 days, Monday through Friday, of getting to write down everything. And then, of course, there's Monday, the 25th, Christmas Day. It's a day off work. So more than likely, I might be doing a live stream on Christmas just for you guys to hang out with me. But hopefully that will also be a really long day or an extra day to where I can get a lot of writing in. So I don't know if I'll get up at 3:30 on Christmas just to maintain the routine, but there's a good chance I might. I might just get up at 3:30 on Christmas and then write. Because if I write until 9 a.m., that'll be about 5 hours of writing. And I know like some of you guys may say that's 6 hours, but when you're writing, you take breaks. Like you step away from the manuscript and you change a song to listen to while you're writing, or you look back at your notes and everything else, get up to use the bathroom, get a drink, whatever it is. So if I could get 5 hours of writing on Christmas Day, that would be clutch. That would be basically 2 days worth, 2.5 days worth of writing. If I could actually knock that out on Christmas, that would be dope. Because then, as you guys know, the Monday after that is New Year's Day. Another 5-hour day of writing. Hell to the yeah. All right. Well, those are the updates, you guys. So I'm not seeing any new comments. I'll give you guys another minute to throw in any questions you guys have about the writing process, about anything that you want to know or are curious about within book 3 or any of my books, really, before we jump off here. Because as you guys know, got to go get laundry, do the laundry thing. What else? I got to go grocery shopping. I got to do dishes. I have not done my dishes yet, and they're stacking up and just becoming a giant mess. We did have the Christmas party at Harmon Cooper. Santa writes on Xmas. Dude, thanks for stopping by the live stream, bro. Oh, man, it's great to hear from you, dude. I miss hanging out with you, man. You're so much fun. Thanks for stopping in, dude. You're awesome. I want to see you at my AMA. Dude, you're doing AMAs when I am working or when I'm doing other things. I am trying my best. I really am. But yeah, you did like a random ass time where it was with Ryan's AMA. I am at work. I cannot. My work is more like if I was in the military doing my thing in the military again, I would absolutely watch your live stream while at the military because no one would care. In the current setting I am in, cannot do it. I just cannot. So anyways, I will try to be there though. You're so needy, Q. You're so needy. I love you. God, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. Anyway, so I got to get to the. We have the Christmas party. So yeah, there's a Christmas party. I took my homemade chili to the Christmas party. No one called in sick the next day. Therefore, let the evidence showcase itself for the jury. I have good cooking skills because I did not murder anyone or make anyone sick. Okay, so there you go. My chili is awesome. But yeah, that means I have to clean all the dishes from taking in that extra, food assortment into work. So yeah, got to do that. Got to get the grocery shopping done and do all the other things on the weekend because it is what it is. Stephen Landry. What is up, bro? Duck power for the win, man. It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by, dude. How is your week going, man? What's going on with you? Harmon, what are you working on, man? I know you're writing nonstop, but if you're still in the stream, what are you writing now, Harmon? What book are you working on? And then, of course, Steven, what book are you working on, man? I'm curious. I'm excited. I want to say I just saw one of your updates. But, here's the other cool thing about Stephen Landry, man. Stephen Landry is constantly promoting and sharing other people's work. And it's just really cool to freaking see, man. It's really cool. And you are a huge cheerleader for so many other authors, dude. Like, I feel like you share more and talk more about other people's work than you do your own. So, yeah. In 2 hours with Shammy Stovall. Okay, so here's the other thing. You're doing the AMAs at 11 a.m. I love you. But that is literally right when I do all my other errands and stuff like that. So, and I know with your schedule, because you're all the way on the other side of the world, it's really hard. I get that. So I will try, man. I will try. It's just all about the timing with me. But I love you. I will try. What's up, Angel Ramon? It's great to see you. Sci-Fi Grimdark the musical. Bro, that is awesome. That is awesome. I love that. It's one of those things right now where at first it was like, oh, are you a Grimdark author? But for me, I'm like, dude, no way. I love Grimdark. I love writing Grimdark. And if that's the label right now until I come out with my third series, okay, Grimdark for the win. I just love writing it. I'm not ashamed of it anymore. It's awesome. Steven is a legend. Hell yeah, he is. And of course, Steven's giving you the love right back, Angel. Paul. Dude, we have Paul in the chat. It's great to see you, man. I haven't seen you in forever. I feel like your life has probably gotten really busy just because I'm used to seeing you like jump in on the lives and say hi. And I haven't seen that in a while. So it's great to see you, man. At what point does he start taking his clothes off? I've been waiting for ages now. Dude, that's just Grimdark After Dark, and we've never had a Grimdark After Dark get to that point yet. So I guess you're just gonna have to keep waiting for a while. Sorry, because obviously I'm not as beautiful as you, Paul. One day, if I could obtain Mythic Paul status of my body, then absolutely, let's just strip all the clothes off. But we are not at that point, nor do I foresee it being happening anytime soon. Like, I don't think it's going to happen. So, but I appreciate your support. And I'm so glad that you want me to take my clothes off. That is also frightening at the same time. I feel like Grimdark After Dark is what you call your butthole. No, it's just a great time. It's just a great time. Paul, that's the Patreon. Yeah, sure. You can join the Patreon and look all you want for those types of images and videos. Pretty sure you're not going to find them there, but it is what it is. So, let's see. What else do we got? All right. TJ, you are beautiful and you can write naked if you want to. You can do you. You can do whatever you want. Absolutely. Absolutely. One of these days, I might just have to write in cosplay, though. Like, get one of those dinosaur outfits, dinosaur costume things, and just write in that. On Twitch now, it's artsy. I am just mentally picturing that whole, like, the whole image of myself doing that. Nope, don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. I don't think you guys want it at all. That's the thing about being indie. We're free to do what we want. You know what, Angel? Absolutely. You can do whatever you want. That is up to you. So, yeah. So, all right. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to reach out to a certain individual. Okay, so you guys have got about 5 more minutes with me. If there really is anything else you want to know, I completely forgot. I'm so glad I looked over to my Facebook and saw their profile, because I promised another author I would sit down with him and talk to him about some stuff. So I need to do that before it gets any later in the day. Need a dino costume and put a Dying Breed shirt on it. Oh, dude, that would be hilarious. Like, get the dinosaur costume, but then the shirt over top, bro. Or what if we had a Yeti suit? Like, we literally got a Yeti suit, but then wore the sweatshirt and took photos like out in the Oregon forest and posted them online of like, yo, we just saw a Yeti and he's wearing a Dying Breed shirt. Bro, marketing for days. Marketing for days. I think we actually need to save up and do this now. That would be hilarious. I got a new shirt yesterday. It says my dog ate my homework in Latin. Heck to the yeah, dude. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, it's been really fun. I'm really glad that we have the shirts available for people. It means so much to me. Like, when you guys are literally buying clothing with the brand of the books on it, like, I don't know, it means something deep, you know? Like, it's just, wow, you really have fans. Like, you really have supporters and people that love your work so much that they're at this point. So it's just such a hard feeling to describe. It really is. I know. And Q's family all got them. Like, that's how much they love and support it. Like, literally his entire family, which is a lot of people. A lot of people. Dying Breed, the hunt for Bigfoot. Bro. You know what? Maybe that is a side story. But I mean, as I think Steven knows, like how big the world of Pentagot is. I mean, you can see the map, like the edge of the map right there, because it's literally a giant poster. Side quest, the Dying Breed Yeti, or the Dying Breed Sasquatch, or the Dying Breed quest, whatever, right? Where they literally go and try to track down a Yeti and get into an epic fight, but they get defeated and the Yeti gets away. And it's just like, no matter what happens in the story, they never actually kill or get the Yeti. That would be hilarious, I think. Got the Dying Breed undies yet? I've got some from Jez and Major BJ one. Need to add to the collection. Dude! I mean, I could get with Geneva and see exactly where she ordered those undies from and probably get you one. Like, the skull placed right on the groin sack area. Because I mean, like, hey, this is nothing but death, right? Like, that is such a figurative thing to think about when we've done all the terrible things throughout history, all revolving around that. Yeah. Yeah, the rape and pillage of China. Yeah, you know, we could do that. We could do that, Paul, just for you. Paul is the one and only person that gets exclusive Dying Breed undies because it's disturbing, but we also love you, Paul. Paul, I hope you're excited about this audiobook with Jodan, man. I'm super stoked. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Yeah, but you know, it's not fantasy. It's a first-person shooter. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. But it's got a lot of dark humor in it for sure. Okay, that's a little disturbing too, Q, especially knowing your job and what you do day in and day out. That is a little disturbing. So, okay, well, while you guys are still in the chat talking it up, let me reach out to this other author. Me too. I don't know how to read, so I'm all for those audios. That is a lie. Paul, you're a liar, because I know you read Brian's Quest Academy book. So I know you listen, but I know you can read. My little secret. Dude, I don't even want to know the secrets that you have and what you do. So yeah, that is disturbing to say the least. But okay. Well, if this author doesn't hit me back up, I'll stay on for another 10 minutes for you guys, because I do like to do an hour long with you guys. That is just a nice way. One, my laundry is in the dryer, and being in an apartment, community laundry. So I know it's still there. I know it's not done yet, but I get to hang out with you guys. So you guys can let me know what other things you want to talk about. Hopefully it's not more about underwear because, dear God, Paul. Military One Source, bro. They've got people who can talk to you about this stuff. I am a little terrified as thinking of what else Paul's going to come up with. Jay Baraz. Dude, I love you, Jay. I'm glad we're friends and connected on social media. That's great stuff, man. What are your guys' Christmas plans? I don't know if you heard the audible shift in my voice. That was embarrassing. But what are you guys doing for Christmas? Are you guys going to family? Are you guys? He's not in the chat, Paul. Did you talk about the update for Dying Breed? Well, I did. I did talk about the update. I mean, talked about the updates as far as book 1 audiobook is out. We've got 22 sales. We just got our 12th rating and review on Amazon, which was huge. Talked about the fact that Tom Cox, our narrator, just did an author AMA with us last weekend. I hope you guys check it out. Talk about the fact that Tom is already recording book 2. Talked about the fact that book 3 is going to be looking to be done right around the second week of February or second week of January, second week of February at least. So, I mean, there's a lot of updates going on there. But, of course, I want to get Slaughterhouse done because Slaughterhouse is going to be epic. It's going to be epic. You guys are going to love it. Oh, Herman P. Hunters, The Lore Forge. It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Yo, I won't be on for long. Got to run out. I thought I'd pop in and leave a like. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, yeah, you guys, if you're not on the YouTube channel, please consider liking and subscribing over there. That also means a lot, too. We are still sitting on the YouTube channel. We are still sitting at 61 subscribers, and I never thought I would get to that point. It's a huge victory for me, and I've really appreciated and enjoyed seeing the subscribers and the growth on the YouTube channel. And Herman's been a huge part of that. John Douglas, Timo Burnham, Katie from Periapsis Press. A lot of you guys have really helped out with that growth and that momentum. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're watching the Giants beat the Eagles? Bro, get out of here, Angel. Get out of here. The NFL, though, here's the thing I loved about this season with the NFL. It is all over the place, right? Like, it is one of those things that you don't know which week is going to go. Like, okay, yeah, the Chiefs are great. The Eagles are great. The Cowboys are doing really well. But any week right now, it could just be all over the place. It could be all over the place with who's going to win. So Angel at least is hoping for a Christmas Day upset. Say goodbye to the Pac-12, you know? Oh, okay, hold on. I got to answer back this author real quick. Right to the Pac-12. Dude, here's the thing. To me, college football has gotten so stupid because the NCAA killed themselves. Like, it's not really the end of the Pac-12. It's the end of the NCAA because they were so slow to make changes and adapt to the environment of what was going on that they've now killed themselves. And in reality, there really is not going to be, in my opinion, a Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC. It's eventually going to merge into two conferences like the NFL, and you're going to have a Super Bowl playoff like the NFL. That's just the momentum, the trajectory that I see. And to me, like, this is just the first domino in the effect. And eventually, I think that's what it's going to get to, because in reality, like the NCAA has killed themselves, and all of these conferences could walk away from the NCAA at any point, and we know it's going to be over football. That is where the money is at. The second is the basketball. And so from there, once these conferences make their own decisions and just go away from the NCAA, they're not going to need them. They're not going to need them for these TV deals and all this other stuff. The money's already there. So in reality, it's just eventually going to happen. That's just the way I see it. So, yeah, it's by Pac-12. I'm still going to be watching my Oregon Ducks, right? And for all the haters out there who are upset, like, oh, Oregon Ducks are leaving. How could they like go away from the in-state rivalry tradition after 170 some years or whatever? Like, the schools openly announced that they were working on changing the schedules after it was officially released to maintain that. And people like just decided to not read that and just continue to bash the schools. I don't know. It'll be interesting. No matter what, I'm going to watch my Oregon Ducks. No matter what division, conference, team that they're playing. I love my Ducks. The transfer portal is out of hand. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It needs to go back to the way it was, where if you went into the transfer portal and if you went from like Oregon to Michigan, you had to wait a full year to then play in Michigan. That is what it needs to happen, because right now you're really robbing a lot of students from having the opportunity to play, where you have all these people who are literally just transferring from school to school for money, because that's all it is. That's all we know. We know that for sure. I don't like the way it is right now. I think it's terrible. Think about that from an NFL professional standpoint. You go in there, you sign a contract for 4 years for so much money. You're going to play for that team unless you are traded or unless you hit free agency or whatnot. There's ramifications. Right now, there's no ramifications for students to do this. All they're doing is transferring for money. And so that's the thing is, if you look at a school setting from, from a contract perspective, hey, I'm going to go to Oregon for 2 years, get my associate's degree, and play on the team. If I then decide to transfer, because I've also been on a scholarship, if I decide to transfer, you need to pay back that money to the school or whatnot. Like, there's got to be a ramification, because this going back and forth, I just think it's terrible for the sport. I think it's terrible for the athletes and the students overall. And this is the monster that we've created and we've allowed happen. And it is a big thing. It's a big thing. Yankees looking better with Juan Soto. One, I don't like the Yankees. I'm a Mariners fan. The Yankees, it's like almost guaranteed the Yankees are always in the playoffs. It's like you don't even have to watch them during the season. You can literally just tune into the playoffs and they're there. But like these teams just throwing money around, man. It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. We got about another 2 minutes and then I'm jumping off you guys because what the? Paul. Dude, for reals? Paul just sent me a message, you guys. He sent me a private DM. Dude, thank you. That's a nice DM. I appreciate that. The Evil Empire, but they missed last year. Well, good. Because you know what, Yankees fan, there's other fucking teams out there. Okay, there's other teams out there like the Diamondbacks. I was happy to see the Diamondbacks get back in. Is he an Undies? He's not. He is not an Undies. So, what else do we got? Yeah, there's other teams out there, and it's like, if anything, I really enjoy watching hockey over football. just because it's a more contact sport. Baseball, I'm glad that they had the timer in there. I think it makes the game more fun. But it's one of those things where I would just much rather go to a baseball game to have an event to go to than anything else. So, yeah. Yeah, Diamondbacks, the Rangers, like both of those teams, you got to have respect for them, right? You got to love them. Underdogs. I just want to see TJ get upset when the Yankees win. Here's the thing, dude. Like when Oregon lost to Washington, like I was really upset. I was sad. I was pissed to a certain point. But guess what? I was upset for the rest of the day. The next day I woke up, I was back to my normal self. Because here's the thing is like, even though I love my Ducks and I love my teams and I love watching the competition, there's going to be losses. There's going to be losses in life. There's going to be losses in sports. I don't expect the Ducks to win every game. And actually, I don't like other Duck fans or other fans of sports who just think that their teams should always be perfect and they should win every game and whatnot. And to me, it is what it is. It's a part of life. I'm sad. I would have loved to see a national championship run. I would have loved to see Bo win the Heisman. I think he actually had a legitimate shot over the other players, over the other quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, it's a part of life. We're not guaranteed anything. So, yeah, we lost. We lost to Washington. And here's the other thing. I've got to give props to Washington. Their game, their strategy, their approach was awesome. Obviously, they were the better team that day, and they won. I know you do, brother. I know you do. I love you. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, that is it. That is it. That's all for this week. I hope you guys tune in next week. I'm going to be excited to it's going to be exciting for next week because next week we're going to have another audiobook out available for free. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you guys tune in and hang out because let's talk about this audiobook. Let's talk about this short story that you guys get to enjoy. So may you guys have a blessed rest of your weekend, rest of your week. Stay awesome. Thank you so much to our Patreon members for getting us to this point, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah, I don't believe in destiny. I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies. They're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me. You ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know. Better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes. Call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no.